For top gist, trendings, gossips, celebrity gist, you know what time it is. Nigeria Entertainment Update is the best vlog, and your host is Akrizi CLZ to the world. What's in Magbo? Yeah, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop new content. Let's get to the details.
It is the consistency of Wizkid giving the Wizkid'S bragging rights for me, because it's basically an everyday routine now. Consistently every day Wizkid gives new and new bragging rights for the FCs. Yesterday it was about Wizkid's Made in Lagos album, reaching a milestone worth celebrating. Apple Music streams worth 500 million streams. Made in Lagos on Apple Music only is as it has surpassed 500 million streams, which is really crazy. And that's actually a very big bragging rights for the FCs, as that is the first and only African album to ever do that. That is what some brags for the FCs. Now, what has Wizkid's Made in Lagos album done this time around? Wizkid's Made in Lagos album has now completed 80 weeks on the Billboard World Album Chart, the first ever album by an African act to hit the mark. This is really an amazing one, and we are talking 80 weeks on the Billboard World Album Chart, and there are weeks at which this album was on number one, which is mind-blowing for real. But before we dive into details concerning that, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell to get notified whenever we drop new content, and please give this video a thumb up and share on our social media platforms. Do you think this album is actually worth staying on the Billboard World Album Charts this long? Yeah, an album released on the 20th of October, year 2020, staying 80 weeks on the charts, still breaking records after 2 years. Even concerning the fact that Wizkid is about to drop another album now, and the album he dropped last is still breaking and making records, which is really a huge one for the culture, to be exact. Please give this video a thumb up and share on our social media platforms. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell to get notified whenever we drop new content. So let's get to the details. Now, this same album Wizkid released 2 years ago, Made in Lagos, that he had a couple of features, Essence featuring Thames, Roma featuring Starboy Terry, Smile featuring R, HER, got Piece of Me featuring LMI, Ginger featuring Burna Boy, and others, even long time featuring Skepta, a very Nigerian own, US based, UK based rapper. Now, Wizkid, this same album that was released 2 years ago, is still doing numbers and making and breaking records, making history 2 years after, surpassing 500 million streams on Apple Music. And now this same album by Wizkid, this is very stubborn album Made in Lagos by Wizkid, has now completed 80 weeks on the Billboard World Albums Chart. This is the first album ever in the history of African music, in the history of Nigerian music. This is the first ever album by an African act to hit the mark. Now, we have some other albums that are actually trying to making efforts to hit this mark, but unfortunately for them, they are not keeping up. But it is only CK the first released his EP, I think in year 2018-2019, and this EP is actually still on on this week's Billboard World Album Charts. It is currently on number 13 and it has spent 34 weeks. But Wizkid's Made in Lagos album 2 years ago is currently on number 5 and it has spent 80 weeks on the chart. We just need a couple more weeks, to hit 100 weeks on the charts, and I think this album can still stay there, will definitely still stay there, because after 2 years this album is still number 5. Can you imagine? It's in top 5. So obviously till October, November, there is to a reasonable amount of of faith and competence. I think this album will still be on top 100 by this year ending. But do you actually concord to that? Do you guys agree that this album would definitely still be on the chart till then. Please drop your thoughts and opinions in the comment box below. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumb up, and turn on the post notification bell. Till next time, peace.